Distinguished delegates, it is with great honor that I welcome you to the Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. I am Charlie Chesney of Earth Team, and I am filling in for the Secretary General of the United Nations today. You are all about to participate in the World Climate Simulation. This game was developed by these people written on the bottom of the screen here, Climate Interactive, and I have changed it slightly to make it more like a game. So you will be role-playing as different delegates. You will be either a country representative, also known as a party, or you will be a non-party representing the fossil fuel industry or the climate activist group. And I want you to keep in mind that the decisions you make here today are in support of the climate agreement that was decided in 2015 in Paris, and you are going to help figure out how we are going to reach those goals.
So in order to satisfy the climate change activists, we will reduce the amount of CO2 emissions a year, just like a little bit, not entirely. But in return, the countries, the following countries have to enforce laws that protect our oil companies. And
okay, great. Thank you, fossil fuel lobbyists. Climate activists, please give us your opening statement on why the country should listen to you and not the fossil fuel lobbyists.
We promise renewable energy, which is more helpful to the environment because like fossil fuels, they release sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere, which is bad for our like health, which increase like lung cancer and heart disease and stuff like that. But with us, if we promote renewable energy, which is helpful to the environment, it just helps clean the atmosphere.
So we are currently at 2.4 degrees Celsius, which is pretty close. We want to get down to 1.5 degrees. So it is now up to you to figure out what different parts of this table do you need to improve to help get this down to 1.5 degrees.
How about we go down a bit and we only contribute 20 million?
I was thinking 25 billion, but what if you split the 25 or the 50, like 25 with somebody else?
25 what?
$1 billion.
All right. What if the rich country donates 10 billion? Somewhat poor country donates 5 billion.
5 billion seems like quite a bit because we only got 35 billion in total out of all of our countries.
Could we just do the whole thing then?
All of our money?
Yeah, that'd be pretty, we'd be gracious for that. What about 30?
All right. Maybe 3.5.
Can you even deal 0.5?
Yeah, that's what we did in the first round. 1.5 billion.
Right. What if it's 4 billion? And then your people don't die.
What to think about.
All right, so let's update our funds. 8.5, so we are now at 38.5 billion. We still want to get to 100 billion, so we're not quite there yet. Let's update our model here. Okay, this is 2%. This is 75%. A reminder, we're trying to get this big number over here to 1.5. Okay, we're at 2 degrees Celsius. So we only need to decrease it by 0.5 degree. So we just need to make a little bit of change to some of these things to get us to 1.5 degrees.
I'll give you 10 billion for laws and increase in oil manufacturing.
Okay, climate activists, what do you think I should do here?
I guess you should, I mean, if I'm correctly, if you come with us, your reputation will go up, which will benefit you guys to have other countries join you.
Well, think about it like this: you already donated 30 billion, right? By by investing with us, your reputation is just gonna stay the same from how it is. It's just gonna go a little lower from how it was above, making you guys neutral.
But I mean, they can also go up if they come with us.
Well,
They
why
will
go?
also.
There's nothing to improve
Hey.
upon.
Climate activists, what could you offer me for me to put more money into my donations?
We
'Cause
can
I
offer
do
you
want that
guys land. We can give you guys land and money.
Hey, yeah, we got a ton of land down here in Costa Rica because it's a lot of park stuff.
Developing aid nations also have a lot of land to offer, and we can also offer tax and stuff.
You know, I'm offering developed countries 10 billion.
Nah. We don't
But
like.
But
Why
the
would you want
reputation's
more
gonna go
land?
down. Their reputation's gonna go down though.
I'm sorry,
reputation
oil
is
company.
so
I
high.
gotta cut you off there. I can't do that. I gotta be. I can't do it. Okay, so I think I'm willing to put 50 billion. We just wait. You know what we need? We need developing countries to put more in because I only have 60 billion in total. We need developing A countries to put more money in. So what can I do to you? What can I give you, developing A countries, for you to put more money in?
Tax cuts.
Yeah,
I
more
already offered that
tax
with the
cuts.
last group, and they didn't do what I asked. So I mean,
What about, can you lower tariffs?
yeah, I can do that. That was my original plan. I said I could lower tariffs on goods being imported from China, but June in your group did not like that.
Lowering tariffs sounds pretty good to me. We'd be up for donating to 15 billion.
Okay, I got you with some tariffs then.
Remember to keep an eye on this number over here that currently says 2 degrees. Okay, so our updated number is 1.8. So we're getting real close to 1.5. So we're going to change this to 1.8 and then update this to be $65 billion.
Okay, how can we get the max amount of money? I need everybody to like give us or put everything they have into this.
We need to fossil fuel lobbyists.
Yeah, goodbye.
No,
climate
I'm
change
saying
boys.
we still need the developed A countries and developed countries to put like 60 billion or whatever their yearly budget is. So we need the max.
Even with the max from both.
How much are you guys gonna put in though, as well?
We're broke. We have
Our
$0 billion.
entire budget.
That's why we need you.
You guys can make a deal with climate activists to give you guys money, so you guys can put that towards that.
How about this? We'll exchange 15 billion in exchange for more land than we originally asked for.
How much did you ask for?
That's gonna bring our Western name down. We can't do that. We're already at 1.8.
And your reputation's gonna go down as well.
Yeah.
Well,
We
no
don't
one
care
else.
about reputation.
No one else
We care
is
about
giving
making
us.
art.
No one else is giving us money, so we have to make these deals.
Is there any other country that has money? Like I see
You
all
gotta
of
go
y'all.
higher than that.
Well, developing A nations has put in 15 billion, so we got like 35 billion. So what if we just up that number to like
35. Yes, I like that.
30 billion maybe?
30,
If we
35.
all put in the max, we still need about 5 billion.
10
from
billion.
the.
And we can give you
Or
5
5,
billion.
yeah.
I mean, if my team agrees.
Is developed putting enough money though?
Okay.
Okay.
So developed countries, do you want to
60
increase
billion.
from 50 billion
To 60.
to 60?
There we go.
Okay.
That's what I
Developing countries, do you want to increase from 15
put
30.
it to the max.
to 30
35.
to 35?
Yes.
So we only need 5 more billion. It can come from our least developed nations, but let me remind you all that the least developed nations are the ones that are going to feel the impacts of climate change the most. They also have the most poor citizens around the entire globe.
Just give us the
Okay.
5 billion. Yes.
Yeah, and supplies, but the 5 billion will do.
Okay.
Okay.
So $5 billion. So this,
All
we
right.
have now reached our $100 billion target. Great job.
Okay.
We still have until 2:45 to update the rest of this to try and reach our 1.5 degrees target.
Please tell me please tell me we saved the world. We need to go to 5%. Everybody
We have
go
decreased
to
it
5.
by 0.1% to 1.7.
Oh my god.
Think about the
Everybody
difference.
has to go to
United
5.
Nations, you gotta go 100% on prevent deforestation.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Go to 100%.
5.
Fine.
Go to 100%.
You're in agreement, 100%? Okay, let's see. Oh, it didn't really
Go
make
to
it.
5%. All of
Okay.
you.
Bring it back
All
down.
of you go to 5.
Everybody
For
is at
added rate.
We'll put our emissions peak year. We'll
Yeah.
put our emissions peak year to 2021,
2021, okay, let's see if that makes a difference.
and we'll put our reductions begin year at 2022.
2022.
For developing
Oh my
B,
god.
Mm-hmm.
22 as well.
2022?
Yep.
Yeah, same for developing A.
Okay. Let's see.
the annual reduction rate. Max that
We'll
out
go
to 75%.
5%.
5.
Everyone at 5%?
75% for annual reduction.
Let's just see.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
1.6.
Oh,
So
Okay,
this is
okay.
telling us that even if we have what we think is maximum, we might have to do more technology innovations to figure out how we can make our annual reduction rate even higher. So does anyone want to invest in technology to increase their annual reduction rate?
Yes, we will.
Yeah, developing.
Okay, developing A.
You need develop to do it. Developed are the rich ones.
Yeah, no. I meant
We already
developing
put all of
B.
our money in.
We're developing B.
We are literally in
We
a
put
civil
all of our
war.
money.
We have $0 billion.
No, but we're
How are we gonna
investing.
help?
We have tons of land and we have some raw resources, and people can come and just industrialize and like help us out a little bit with their technology. Like we have room for it.
Okay, yeah,
So if we
we'll
invested it now,
donate,
it'd be better for the future.
Okay,
like
so
100
developing B are least developed nations. What
Invest
do you want to
India.
change your reduction rate to?
7.
7%. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this makes a difference. Ooh, no. So maybe some other countries
Try
Okay.
have different emissions.
Okay, we'll go up
They
to
can't
we'll
do
go up to
7.
6%.
Yeah.
Okay, which are
Oh
you
my
developed?
god.
Developed.
Okay, to 6%. Let's see. Ooh, 1.6.
Developing A
So,
will also go to 7.
okay, you're going to
Donate some
7?
stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see if this makes a difference. It does. 1.5%, you did it.
Yay.
So the
Makes it
reason why
worth it.
some different groups of countries make more of an impact is because they have
We're all
different
broke
levels
now.
of emissions. So even though our developed countries currently have more emissions than the others, so if you look over here, the red, we're higher. Because they are more developed, they are more capable of decreasing their greenhouse gas emissions faster. While the developing A nations, which are currently still producing more or still working on increasing their production rates, they're going to be producing more greenhouse gases in the long run. So that's why it's more important for them to make these big reduction rates. They're going to have more of an impact on reaching these climate deals than the developed countries or the least developed countries. This is our agreement, climate agreements with the United Nations, the Conference of the Parties. The agreement names are named after the location. So the Paris Climate Agreement was named that because it took place in Paris. We are doing this over Zoom, so this is our Zoom agreement. So what have we done today? Article 2, this agreement, in enhancing the implementation of the convention, including its objectives, aims to strengthen the global response to the threat of climate change in the context of sustainable development and efforts to eradicate poverty, including by making finance flows consistent with a pathway towards low greenhouse gas emissions and climate resilient development, specifically $100 billion, holding the increase in the global average temperature to well below 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, recognizing that this would significantly reduce the risks and impacts of climate change. This agreement will be implemented to reflect equity and the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities and respective capabilities in light of different national circumstances. So basically understanding the most developed countries have the most money to give, the least developed nations have the least amount of money to give, and we should be all helping each other to reach these goals. Article 3, the original of this agreement, of which the English text is only available on this Google slide deck, shall be deposited with me, Charlie Chesney, on Earth Team on behalf of the Secretary General of the United Nations. It was done on Zoom this 18th day of April 2020, in witness whereof all of you, the undersigned, being duly authorized to that effect, have signed this agreement. So I would like you all to annotate on the screen and write your signature in this space right here.